I was reading the comments on the last video, and I'm telling you, I could laugh for days. The one we were laughing like that he called you Mr. Miami. And things like that. It's just funny things that we're like, oh my goodness, you guys. I don't think I could ever be in a sad mood. I just have to go and read your comments, and it makes my day. So we're cleaning right there at the base. How are you holding up, my friend?
I'm doing good.
Super. And the secret is just really stretching. This area tends to be a little sensitive. It's the jaw area. Has a lot of nerve endings. I'm gonna work through here, and then I'm gonna move up here, okay? All right, so feels so much smoother. So let's go ahead and work on this area through here. Okay, stretch on that base, hold this like a wall, and then just kind of scoop right on that base area. Get right on that base, make this your wall, and then just kind of get in there and extract this out. Okay. Now I went ahead and I did probe them before extracting. It just helps so much if you probe them for them to quickly come out. Again, stretch. I'm going to do is I am going to take just a small little break and I'm going to wash this and we'll get back, okay? So just finished washing the skin with a glycolic wash. It just kind of helps to pre-soften that area. This one real quick. It'll help dry this up. Okay, I'm gonna stretch Kay, alright? You may feel it a little bit. To clean everything out in here. Okay. Make sure that we ice it afterwards, okay? Alright, so we're gonna go through, just kind of feeling through here and see. gonna put a little pressure on here. It's a little bit bigger blackheads. I was working on this side, and then like I had a squirrel moment and went over here, so I don't want to do that. I want to kind of stay in the same area. So. Are you making friends?
It's going pretty good. I'm getting used to it, making some friends here and there.
Oh, that's good. See here that we really do need to do some extractions, and we're so glad that Kay is doing good and he's adapting to Killeen, Texas, and we're glad that he's here with us. So the wash is really working nicely. Remember, it's on that base. And stretching is important. How are you holding up?
I'm good.
Okay. So this one you're gonna feel a little more. As he keeps using the wash, the old acne that's underneath the skin is going to come up to the surface. He's definitely due for another round of extractions on his forehead, and so we'll be doing that, and you'll see that. As I feel underneath the skin is very congested. Okay, I'm going to work a little bit on this side. Just to give this side a little bit of a break. He still has more in that area, but I don't want it to be too uncomfortable for the patient, and so just move on to another little area and give that break to to that skin. Okay, you can see he's got some clogging still there. Stretch on that base. So this little area is a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and go over it again and, just kind of probe it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash his face again. Then I'm going to go on this other area and get this cleaned up, okay? We're going to do a distraction here on the ears. So let's see how deep is this. I think this one might be able to take it out just with my probe. That's a small one. So on the earlobes you can get, buildup of oils. So we go in here and just kind of clean that out. Okay, have you ever had your ears pierced?
No.
Okay. So this is the evidence of swimming. His skin is really dry and ashy. And but he's got a black head back here we gotta get out. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean this out. I'm gonna move you a little bit this way, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. If you're still breaking out, are you still gonna be in the swimming team? Is that
If it gets to a point where it breaks out constantly, then no.
okay? Another good answer. We just gotta keep an eye on it, okay? Make
Yeah.
sure that right after you wash your face, okay? Stretching and trying to get those itty bitty ones that are underneath, because they're there. You just gotta get them out. I do want to answer one of the questions or comments that was on our YouTube channel. Asked if we stopped recording because he was uncomfortable. So no, it wasn't because he was uncomfortable recording. It was because he couldn't tolerate any more extractions. Okay, so it had nothing to do with him being on the video. It's just that I could tell that he was done. And so, as a practitioner, our number one concern has always been and continue to be is the patient. And so with that said, when I noticed he was kind of fidgety, I said, okay, this is it, no more. And so that was why. But good question. Good. Thank you for your comments. They're always so positive and so encouraging, and we love your feedback. Definitely. So today I feel like I'm not talking much, but it's 3 o'clock here in Texas. And 3 o'clock, when it comes almost around 3 o'clock, my body just wants to kind of relax, and I don't talk much. I don't know what that's about, but know that I am, and I'm concentrating on doing extractions, but I'm a little bit more quiet today, which some might appreciate. These are itty bitty ones. They carry a pretty good punch, huh? sure these little corners are all cleaned up. It's a little bit uncomfortable. What do you think?
Yeah.
Alright, so I have to remind myself that Rome was not built in one day. And it's because I just want to keep extracting. He's doing good. So I'm going to move on to this area because this area's had enough. So we are just going to go through here. Now you can see that it is in need of a lot of extracting. Okay, go ahead and start extracting. And I'm just going right at that base. And making sure that pores is just nice and clean. How are you holding up?
All right.
Stretching and going right underneath there in that base. Important thing is you want to make sure you get everything out. And it's just nice and clean. So you'll see a little bit of microcomedones. I'm going to go ahead and try to get all of this out. Okay, your skin's going to look really good. I mean, it's already feeling so nice. clients and patients that know me know that I really like to always stretch that skin and make sure that everything is clean underneath, and you'll be able to feel it. So you're probably going, he's got really great big blackheads over there on the corner, and here she is, you know, just getting these itty bitty ones. I really want that skin to look good, because you know these itty bitty ones will grow up and I don't want him to give him problems. So I'm trying to get everything cleaned up for him so it'll feel smoother. So I'm going to go ahead and go through here. And these are ready to be extracted. Again, he's got a lot of smaller ones through that area. I don't want to get them down. He must have had a little breakout here. Clean up through this area here. Stretch that skin, go at that base, stretch, go on that base, again stretch, go at that base, go on that base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the things that I also do like midway through, and I've talked about this before, but you know, just washing that skin with the glycolic wash, it'll help. You will notice also, whenever I do wash the skin with our glycolic, the skin is going to turn red. It is an active glycolic. You know, glycolics are the smallest molecule in the alpha hydroxy family. And when we say that, it means that it just really goes in deep within the skin, and it's going to cause a little bit of tingling on the skin, and they'll feel it, okay? But that's what allows the breakup of the what they call sticky cells, and that's just the buildup of the cells in the pores, and it allows it to come up to the surface. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for him, so that way it won't be so bad. I'm going to try to finish this area here, so that way at least you'll have kind of half of the face done, because I think Kay is probably saying, I'm done. So I finished that up. Thank you, Kay, for just the privilege of us working on your skin. We just absolutely just love you. We fell in love with you the first day we met you. So we're just glad you're here. So I'm going to finish up that part. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So at least you have when you start hearing me saying, Thank you everyone for watching. Then you know, yay! So it's not much. So the glycolic does kill the bacteria also, which is nice. Helps to resurface your pores, which is also great. It just has such wonderful benefits. I absolutely love this product. Has been an awesome success for us here at our center because it really helps to manage the acne breakout. Okay, so as you can see, everything comes up to the surface, and I'm going to go ahead and start extracting these here. Can I see? And of course this one's ready to come out, and it's just, oops, you're okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's just from the glycolic. It just brings everything up to the surface. And so you can see we have a lot to do, a lot of extractions here. And this area through here is very, very sensitive. And I just don't want to send Kay home with you know, having problems of just being a little bit too much for him. So, and he's got to go home and study, don't you?
Yeah.
Homework? Okay. So, okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much. And you're going to say, yay!
I was about to say that in my head.
For allowing us to, you know, come into you making good friends.
Yeah, I made a good amount.
That's good. Good amount is good. Awesome. Well, Kay is looking really good. We're working on his right cheek right now, and I dermaplaned him, and he's a little bit, you can see he's a little red, and that's because of the acid wash, but that's okay because that's going to move everything up to the surface. It's not going to stay on there. It's not going to linger that long. So extractions. He's doing good, but we want to make sure that we definitely get a lot of those extractions done, so we could be ahead of the game here. So if this is too much, you let me know, okay?
Yeah.
So it's Saturday morning in Killeen, Texas, and it's gonna be 90 degrees today. And it's fall. But it's good. We have a variety of weathers here in Texas. I'm gonna go back here just to make sure that it's nice and clean. And right on that base. Holding up okay, Kay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Kay, what are you gonna do today?
Nothing much. Probably go shopping with my family, and that's about it.
Oh, that sounds good. The good thing is that they're very much very receptive to extracting, so I'm not having to put a lot of pressure. And like I always say, the key is to really stretching that skin, getting on that base. I bet there's many of you have become experts at extracting. So the pores will tighten up. So that's the good thing about that, is that once we do the extractions and he keeps up with the wash, it'll exfoliate and resurface. So he's not gonna be left with a lot amount of enlarged pores, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this out through here. In this area, little cheek area. He's pretty congested here, so I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out, and okay, you're gonna feel a little bit more pressure. And even though we went ahead and probed the skin, okay, so I'm going underneath here and just putting a little bit of pressure on that pore so that it releases all of the content in there. Doing okay? Okay. Are you taking a nap?
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. This is a little bit more sensitive area, so you tell me how you're doing, okay? You're doing really good. Even this area, which was pretty congested, is resolving nicely.
Yeah, that foam wash that you gave me works out pretty good.
Oh, we like that. It's cleaned up. So I'm going to work on the temple area, and it's going to feel like I'm pushing on your brains, but I'm not, okay?
Okay.
So just know that. Holding up okay? Okay, good. Brain? Okay. So when I was your age, I went through really bad acne. And so everything that you are experiencing, I've already experienced it. So I know but this area can be sensitive. Okay, stretch. The best way to, when you're extracting for, you know, our estheticians and professionals and non-professionals that are doing this at home for your loved ones, so forth and so on, you want to make sure you stretch really well and just lightly go on that base, because it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. I'm going to go back and open that one. Again, stretch. He's pretty congested in this area. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the wash here so that you can see how it brings it up to the surface. So you can see this foams up here and little bubbles will penetrate and break up all of that's in there and bring everything up to the surface. Promise your brain's still intact, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this one for him and then get these in here. And that's the one that I said I was gonna come back and open. Sure it's nice and clean. Still there's little tiny ones around it. Stretch. see it's brought up to the surface, so we're going to go ahead and get it. So this particular wash is great for back bar too, at the 20% for estheticians that are watching. Because as you're extracting, you are washing, and it brings things up that you hadn't seen earlier. And so it's really great to give that thorough, deep cleansing, treatment. And back bar, I usually use the 20%. Let's go through here, upper temple. So some of these blackheads are like right in between those hairs, eyebrow. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Anywhere there is hair follicle, you have a probability of getting acne, so you can definitely get it in between the brows. Okay, I'm going to stretch again, and you could see it. How are you holding up?
I'm doing okay. So again, you have to really check that area when you're doing your patients or your clients. A lot of times you're not going to see it, so you really need to stretch that skin and look for them. And then these little tiny ones through here. Open this one here. just kind of just feeling through the skin here and see what I can when I'm feeling the skin, I can tell if there's anything underneath there, so I'm just checking those areas. There's one here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and clean up part of the chin area. Earlier in the video, we had asked Kay if he was going somewhere, if he was doing anything, and he said no. And then after me extracting so long, he's like, he's remembering things he needs to do. Right, Kay?
Yeah.
We're almost done. You're doing okay though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All in fun. And for getting your skin cleared. All right, so these are coming out really easy. I do want to go ahead and wash this area for him again so that you could see how it kind of decaps it for us a little bit quicker. Since Kay remembered he's going to the pumpkin patch today. No, I'm joking, Kay. I'm going to the pumpkin patch with my daughter. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, how are you doing?
Good, good.
All right. Okay, I'm stretching. I'm getting these little areas that are built up with filament.